Reboots and remakes. Some people consider that an evil word, but they're nothing new to Hollywood. The classic 1956 The Ten Commandments starring Charlton Heston, that was a remake of the 1923 silent movie era version. But here's a fun fact, both of those versions were directed by Cecil B. DeMille. Also, the first movie unofficially to be rebooted was 1984's Return of Godzilla. Over the last few years, the reboot machine has been working into overtime. Most remakes are garbage, make fans irate, and are regarded as pure money grabs. There are some gems who have outshined the original, and some franchises try multiple times to get it right and succeed, and some fail terribly. I'm Bob, and here we'll suggest 5 movies that might work as remakes. Darby, OGill, and the Little People. Remember all those Disney live-action classics like 20,000 Leagues, Treasure Island, and Swiss Family Robinson? Darby, OGill is another early classic and has a great story, but special effects so dated you'd want to take out Old Yeller and put him out of his misery. Look at what they call a banshee. It's just an actor standing under a cloak in green lighting and the camera zooms in. Spooky, I know. Disney is currently in a retro phase of remaking classic films and animated movies, and given a choice, we'd rather see this remade over The Black Hole. Spies Like Us. Now to be fair, 2015 Spy kinda beat us to the punch for a new espionage comedy not starring Mike Myers. But Spies Like Us is one of the more underrated comedies of the 80s. It was more of a love letter to the Bing Crosby and Bob Hope Road To series. The great thing is that the story is very interchangeable. Just swap out Soviet Cold War with North Korea or Chinese. Then add in nukes, or banking, or movie studio hacking. The Breakfast Club. What's wrong with the John Hughes classic? Nothing. It's ranked as one of the top movies of 1985 and in the top 500 of all time. You know what else was a great classic remade into an even better movie? True Grit. So it can be done. But like any other choice on this list, we'll get to that, the argument could be made that the cast and direction is what really makes the original remarkable, and nothing can replace that. But say you update the causes of the detention for modern day infractions, texting in class, inappropriate dress or hair, building a clock and a teacher thinks it's a bomb, pranks involving fireworks. I just want to see something close to the flare gun from the first movie. And here's a spin you can try. Have Anthony Michael Hall play his Brian character from the first movie, but now he's the dean who's in charge of all these new kids for the day, and he can't fall for some of the same antics that they pulled in the original movie. Mystery Men. Even if you like Mystery Men, you have to admit it was pretty bad. And that's okay, because that's why they do reboots. Just some of them take more tries than others. The film is loosely based off the Dark Horse comics, without one of its founding members, the Flaming Carrot. Don't ask, just comics. Roll with it. This movie had a great cast, but something just didn't gel with it. It could have been before its time, as comic book movies were not as common as they are today. If Guardians of the Galaxy can work very well, this might have a shot. There are a bunch of titles that need a proper reboot, and some that are on the way, and some were actually made. And they were good too. But you never saw them, did you? Last but not least, we have The Princess Bride. Hold on here, torches and pitchforks is down. We know you like this movie. I like it. Your mom and your dad like it. Hell, my dog likes the movie, so let's explain. What is the best thing about the movie? The cast and the acting? Sure, it was so good, even the secondary characters were memorable. But most of what you remember is due to the writing and its delivery. Since this was based off a book, time was an issue back then. A number of things that were left out could be back in. The biggest issue with the original that can be fixed is the production itself. The music and score sounded like it came from a cheap TV series that didn't survive its pilot. Also, when scenes were shot on location, they looked beautiful and enchanting, but when they went into the studio, you could tell. It just stuck out. Ugh, I'm gonna get hammered in the comments section for suggesting this. If I'm walking one night and hear, "You seem like a decent fellow, I'd hate to kill you," I'm just gonna run and keep on running. Since the movie is so popular, it's highly unlikely we'll ever see it remade. especially since the cast gave an interview on IFC that they all hope that they're dead before the remake is done. So, I don't want to see any of these guys die. That's just a suggestion. What do you guys think of our suggestion? Let us know in the comment, and subscribe. Come on, subscribe. I dare you to subscribe. I freaking dare you to subscribe and see what else we come up with.